All right, everybody. We are back. Quick rundown. I had to stop the draft phase. I had noticed that this substitute for Galaxy was 2 games short of the minimum games played, and so I had to give Olympic the option to either allow it or disallow it because it was out of rules. So they chose to disallow it, and they are going to bring back in Hopeless in the mid lane. So it is going to be run back. The pick ban is going to start over from scratch. So we will not be going into what we did last time, assuming, I mean, if teams want to do the same thing, that's on them, but they do not have to. So that's where we are with that. It is unfortunate it's just 2 games, but minimum games is still minimum games. So gonna get started over here.
You gotta can't bend the rules, or everyone will expect you to bend the rules for them.
Yeah.
Every team will say, "Well, you let this guy play, and he didn't meet minimum games."
Right. That's why in those situations I leave it up to the teams. If it's like, look, if you want to let them break the rules, fine. But no one has yet voted in that way. So pick ban, it's a little glitched. They're showing the same stuff. This should change though, so they do not have these champions locked in. Actually, it might be glitched for them. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So we have to dodge and restart client. So I'm gonna.
Once you pick your actual champions, it will cover up the ones that were picked before that are glitched.
Does it actually work that way? Because I know there was a time where it wouldn't let them pick a champion because it had already said they had locked it in.
Yeah, I do believe it works that way, but
Okay.
I'm not 100%.
Yeah. So yeah, they're gonna dodge and restart client real fast. Everybody will.
Do we have to?
I don't think we have to, but we might as well. Let's go ahead and swap away from that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get that rolling. It's an unfortunate situation. Yeah, but it's a rough time. Let's go ahead and close that. Bring that back up.
Oh, I forced you into that one? Alright, Kira. I didn't know. I was mistaken. I apologize. Yeah, and you have 0 points. Actually, 0.
Just because he keeps burning them all.
Somebody gift this guy a sub. Somebody needs to gift Neon a sub.
Alright, let's go ahead and get everybody in here right quick. Get this rolling, because we still got a little bit of time.
Yeah, you've still got an hour and a half till it's supposed to start.
Yeah.
And we don't know if it's going to be one more game or 2. I'll give a shout out to whoever gifts Neon a sub. Just a verbal shout out, that's it.
Whoever gives Neon a sub, I'll give them a lump sum of 1,000 points. If you gift a sub to Neon.
Oh.
Tell you what, I'll make it 2,000 points. If you give
2,000
if you give
points.
Neon, if somebody gifts a sub to Neon, I'll give that person 2,000 points.
Fine, you get my shout out and 2,000 points. Not just my shout out, because nobody seems to want that.
Yeah, it really doesn't mean a whole lot.
Daydream wants Fnatic Jana. Wait, if you gift Neon a sub, you don't get Fnatic Jana. Sorry.
All right. I think we're about ready to get rolling here.
Gift him a sub and Kiora will go on a date with you, Daydream. That's fair.
Okay. And we're going to get rolling here. Finally. Just about time. I swear, There were no delays, I promise. None
Still
at all.
CHL got banned from Olympic.
Yeah,
Same as last time.
they just don't seem to want Kappa on that pick.
Nope, he gets too big. Literally. Literally very, very huge. And unkillable. And the Graves ban coming out for Copycat as well.
Yeah. Looks like they're keeping it pretty similar to the Oriana ban. I do believe that is a change up.
That's new, yep, with Hopeless being back in.
Yep. So. God. It was one of the DOV guys. It's always the DOV guys that come in and give us money. That's why we like DOV so much. They give us a lot of cash. I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know. I forget who it was. Last season it was Moneybags Rich. He doesn't show around that often.
I think I should get a cut of this cash for how many times I've E-casted. Just saying.
I don't know, man.
No comment? No comment?
If you, I tell you what, win, and I'll, or at least place top 3, and I'll give you a cut of the cash.
Wait. wait.
Is that not fair?
I don't know yet. I'll tell you in a few weeks. Whew. Oh, nope. Thought for a second we were gonna see a new deer. That'd be different.
That would be different. I don't think I want to see an Udyr, so I'm really glad we aren't. The Varus pickup for Massifier seems like a solid choice to me.
Yeah, they went with the first pick Morgana last time in the draft that didn't count.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him go back to that. Looks like it's going to be Swain. That could be flexed bot, mid, or top, so we'll have to see where that ends up going.
Is it Olympic who plays the weird comp sometimes with like the Kled mid and stuff?
Kled mid, Pike jungle,
Yeah,
Rumble jungle, yeah.
Rumble does belong in the jungle to the skin.
Possibly.
The skin that says so.
It's not going to be a 3-0 esports set without a Garen top in it, and it's not going to happen anyways. We're going to see the Morgana instead.
I guess it's not a 3-0 esports set. Wait, there was no Garen in the last set.
That wasn't a 3-0 esports set.
Oh.
It was a 5-0 esports set because it was better without
actually,
Garen.
it was just a 2-0 because that's how the set ended. Just kidding.
Somebody still needs to gift a sub over to Neon. J4 for Copycat. That's going to be pretty good. Lots of engage potential there.
Unless it's top.
Unless it's top. It did get a pretty sizable buff. It could be played top lane. I still need to play it top lane to see how much I like it there, but
It's very possible. People have been doing it because Korea did it and they all copied Korea.
Yeah. It's definitely
normally how
solid.
It goes.
Oh, and even since then, it's gotten better because of the buff to its passive, so...
Nope, it is gonna be a Scion top most likely for Olympic.
That could be Scion mid!
Jungle. It could be Scion mid. Most likely top.
Yeah. Most likely going to be Scion top with the J4 jungle to couple that. Ornn going to be the champion of choice going up against that. Is pretty decent into the Jarvan, just because he can actually slam into the wall and break it.
That is true. Could be a Scion jungle.
It
Jarvan
shouldn't be. Scion jungle is pretty bad.
Just giving all the possibilities I can.
It used to be decent. It used to be fun because you would just go and int your body to the enemy team's buff and then like go and take yours. I used to do that top lane too, but yeah.
A lot of mid lane bans here for both teams. Oriana, Malzahar, Ari, and Vladimir. Both mid starting to have some slim pickings.
I mean, Olympic don't want to give up any of the really strong mid lane picks over to Galaxy. The ones that can really just nullify the lane, like the Orianna and the Malzahar, whereas Galaxy don't want to give just no anything that he can just hard stomp on again. So they're definitely trying to do that.
Trooper, we want to see that next set.
Yeah,
You
dude.
said you'd do it.
You got to get a first item Zerot.
Against Rockport, next set.
Do it. No balls.
No balls.
Yeah, it is probably going to be the Swain mid because of the Orin. Could still potentially be an Orin support. Not going to happen. Or Swain bot lane. Also probably not going to happen. But actually, it couldn't. Oh, yeah, it could be Orin support with Morg mid and Swain top.
My team's the only team that chooses to lose by putting Swain bot lane. No other team does.
Yeah, I was really surprised that they were throwing Swain bans at you guys today.
Well, because Spike plays Swain too.
Oh, he does. That's true. I was just like, why are they banning away Awu's Swain? That makes sense.
Yeah, they probably.
I forgot
banned
about
it for
that.
Spike. Oh, Galaxy did get the Olaf.
Yep, Olaf in the jungle. It's gonna be pretty good. Coupled with the Ornn and the Morgana, it's gonna be very hard to actually catch anybody in Galaxy. They've got a good amount of engage potential as well. We'll see what Olympic end up rolling out here. Gotta be a Ziggs, okay.
Ziggs for just probably not gonna have the same kind of solo kill potential as he had on Ari, but he will be able to destroy towers.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a potential there that should help them out quite a bit for their sieging potential. Mixed with Zyra for Space Hamster. Copycat, normally a guy known for playing Zyra. Actually, like if you look at his GG, Copycat is theoretically a Zyra one-trick. So seeing that go over to Space Hamster is a very interesting thing. Unless it's Zyra Jungle. Zyra Jungle J4 support? Right, and we're going to see...
You say J4 support.
Yeah, Zyra Jungle J4 support. The plants are going to tank up everything for her. All right, it is going to be that Swain in the bot lane, though, for Kiora. Coupled with the Morgana. It's a pretty potent combo. Lots of rooting potential, lots of pick potential.
Oh, that is a swing bot lane.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't really been here mentally for the last.
I mean, they just locked
seconds.
in Karma and swapped, so you're fine.
I had to respond to a very important message real quick. They have no ranged attack damage though. Sometimes that can be an issue.
Yeah, definitely can be. I think the comps actually have pretty interesting plays into each other.
Yeah, I'm having a little more trouble picking what comp I like better. It was really easy game 1.
Yeah.
But this game, it's a little more difficult for me.
All right, what do you want to do for a bet this time?
You know I suck at bets.
I know you do. Okay, throw out some ideas, Prism.
Even though I do like going to the casino. Ideas. Well, we're not going to do what we did last game, which was first dragon. So we can do first blood, we can do first tower, we can do first baron time. Apparently I like first CS per minute. Is that hard to calculate though?
No, it's pretty easy. Just look at the highest CS and then calculate that over how long the game is.
Yeah. But Kiora's playing Swain.
Right.
Not an actual AD
We'll
carry.
just say highest in the game. That way it's not
in the game.
That way it's not bound to just Kiora. Just over under highest CS per minute.
What, 8?
Probably 8.
I'm good at this. By the way, if I stop talking at any point in the middle of this, it's because my fiance murdered me. Because I told her I can't make her dinner yet. And she's hungry.
That does sound pretty dangerous. Can she not make dinner?
Well, I'm barbecuing burgers, and she doesn't really play with the barbecue.
That's why you just
So
gotta
I told
make
her.
a hamburger helper. It's pretty much the same thing, right?
Not the same thing at all.
Are you sure?
I do like hamburger helper. I grew up on that shit. On that crap. On that food.
Yeah, I'm not about that life.
That's not bad. It's alright. We eat cheap. And we don't eat very healthy because we have no money.
That's fair. Maybe if you win the tournament, you'll have a little bit of extra cash.
I'll have like $50.
For like $50. Hey, you don't have to give it to your team. I send it all to you. You can.
I'm gonna send it all to Rev's wife. For being best cheerleader. What is it? 240? For winging? Team that wins? Is it two? It's 150, right?
150.
But yeah, it's only $30 each. And then if you want to give it to the subs too, it might be like $25 each. Since I love all my subs. Well, just Spike. My other subs don't play. Ever.
Yeah.
I think Viper played one game. Ravencrow played a set. Spike's are my only sub that really plays. We're gonna bring him in as starting support instead of Sam.
I can see it.
He only plays Lux.
Hey, man, you could probably play Swain support.
Swing, Vagar. That's it.
If you can play Lux support, you can probably play Swain support. Malphite support. Why not?
Oh, and Malphite, yep. We could do that, see?
And it's all coming together. Spike is going to be the new best support in the league.
Alright. More importantly, well, everyone's at 0. Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
Now we're loading.
They're loading in. Cap is still at 80 for me. Everyone else, though, at 100. We'll probably get the spectator fail.
Always do. Looks like this is going to be a pretty good game, though. I think it could go either way. I might change my mind in 10 minutes when one team has 12 kills and the other team has 0.
Right.
But right now, I think it can go either way.
Opinions change fast.
I did not get the spectator bug.
I did not either. It could still happen. Sometimes even you'll get it and it'll say it as well. So we'll see.
Well, champions haven't dropped down yet. I'm just staring at the fountain.
Yeah, same.
Staring at the World 2018 banners.
Hey, here we go.
Here we go. Start of Game 2. Olympic versus Galaxy Gaming.
Yep. Should be a good one. Probably just gonna see standard.
I want to see Galaxy invade with Morgana, and Swain can start his whatever letter pulls him in. I think that'd be pretty good. I like invades. But nope. Looking at just a 5-point from both teams again. Per usual. Nothing spicy going on here. Oh, except that Q by Karma. Chunking Ziggs down to 25%, forcing the back.
Yeah. That's gonna do pretty good. It is a little bit of a shame that there wasn't an invade because of how strong that invade is out of Galaxy.
Oh yeah, I thought it would have been awesome. But Nice, slow, non-exciting start here. Both junglers starting at their bot side buff.
Yeah.
Red for Copycat and blue for Big Daddy Ducks. Big Daddy Ducks.
What a name.
It's fun to say.
Yeah. It's a pretty solid one.
The hitbox and the bouncing bombs is kind of weird.
Yeah, because it won't explode while it's bouncing, like when it's in the air. So it'll only explode when it lands. Which makes it a little weird visually to watch sometimes.
Yeah, I've only ever played Ziggs in Odyssey, so I don't know much about that champion.
Okay. Yeah, he's
Besides
a
the
fun
fact
one.
that he can crush towers, and he throws an ult that's really big and does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Jarvan was looking for a early gank mid, but did not find it on the Karma.
Mm.
Olaf is able to secure the top side. Scuttle Crab.
Yeah.
And he's walking top for a gank.
Yeah, should be able to get a decent amount of damage. Not going to find himself a kill, but, I mean, the lower they get liquid helium, the better it's going to be for them. So that'll be pretty nice. Meanwhile, Daydream getting really chunked out from Space Hamster there.
Zyra just does so much damage.
She does. And it's pretty scary for a Morg because Zyra's going to just destroy that black shield. So lots of poke potential there from the Zyra.
Lots of trading in bot lane so far. Mid and top have been fairly quiet.
Yeah. I love Kled's voice lines. I don't love Kled as a character, though. Sorry. That's about the best I can give you.
Get Kled out of here. Kled annoys me.
Yeah, Kled's kind of
Oh.
annoying. Kappa's
Good-
getting some pretty good
trade.
trades against liquid helium.
Really good trade by Kappa.
Yeah.
Ornn's able to do that against a lot of champions, though.
Yeah, he's got like a really strong like level like 2 and 3, and then he starts falling off at like level 4 and 5 a bit if he hasn't gotten a big lead, and then he kind of pops off around the 6 or 7 mark again.
Yeah, I like Ornn as a champion.
Yeah. He's fun. I do enjoy him. I've been playing him since he got released, even when he was in his crappy phase when he was just terrible in lane. But Daydream getting so chunked out by those plants actually cutting off her escape route. Forced to use that black shield, and Kiora getting a good trade back, but still Daydream's getting awfully low. Gonna have to play really carefully in this lane now.
Up top, Sion is so he won't be able to win any of these trades anymore. Well,
Yeah.
not that he's been winning, but he'll do even worse with no mana.
It is a little unusual that he ended up going for the Doran shield rather than a corrupting potion, which is what you typically see from Scions. Also a little bit of a shame that he missed that. Actually could have been a kill if he had timed his E correctly there.
Or a flash.
Or
anyway.
a flash, yeah. Yeah, typically, once you hit the slow, you'll want to brittle them and then go for the knockup. Because the slow should guarantee your brittle, and then it'll actually increase the knockup from the E. So you really only want to do the knockup first if you want to surprise them and try and get a quick kill.
Sion did have to back and use his teleport to get back to lane because the minions were on his tower. So that's the teleport advantage for Galaxy for a bot lane or a drag play if necessary.
Yeah. Also worth noting, Kiora took heal on the Swain. Typically on Swain 80 carries, or not 80 carries, but Swain bot lanes, you see teleport, just that you can leave lane and come back whenever you want. But he did actually manage to get off a decent back timer and get himself a catalyst anyways, so.
trying to think. I'm trying to figure out who I think's gonna get first blood here. Where I think the action's gonna happen. I think it's got to be bot lane.
Probably bot lane, yeah. Because mid lane's seeming pretty passive. Actually, just no falling down in CS to hopeless. And hasn't gotten any kind of lane control to go for a solo kill or anything, so.
Yeah, not as dominant on the Ziggs as he was in the Ari.
Definitely not. It is a little bit of a more team-oriented pick. But they're going to find a good chunk of damage onto Kiora.
Yeah, that Black Heal did not last very long.
No, it's very, very weak at level 1. And since you don't really max it first, because you really want that early bind power, it's very easy for champions like Fiddlesticks and Zyra and Brand to just break through those and nullify it completely.
Just a note, the Zyra did use her Ignite in that last little skirmish.
Yeah.
So she is down that summoner spell for a while Daydream still has his. Which could definitely change a fight a little bit.
It could. With the state of the health bars, it probably won't. Looks like they're going to try and find something, but the root not going to land from the Zyra. Again, just kind of trading health back and forth, but still in the favor of Olympic, as it probably will be. Kappa's doing his best to try and get an advantage up top. A little bit of a CS lead. Pretty decent for himself, but...
Jungle's been real quiet.
Yeah, definitely been quiet.
One gank all game.
Yeah.
The Olaf top.
Olaf needs to be pretty careful, because he's really low, and all it takes is one Ziggs ult to really bring him down, especially if Space Hamster is able to land much here. Luckily, Kiora is going to be coming over to try and help.
Orange is still beating the crap out of the Sion. Consistently.
Yeah, one thing I hope to see is Sion to start holding on to his Q. But mid lane, Daddy Ducks actually finds his way onto Just No. Forcing the flash. Pretty good job. They're only using the Predator. It's going to help a lot in bot lane as well. Space Hamster forced to flash away, but the Demonic Ascension in from Kiora. Chain of Corruption not going to be able to do anything as now they're trying to hide away. First Blood does go to the Swain. It is answered as well onto the Morgue. Really good job there from Galaxy.
I was right.
Congratulations. So they're going to find some more damage onto Masterfire.
Swain's starting to do some damage.
Yeah.
That post 6.
He's kind of hit that item point where he's got some good damage onto his kit.
So question, when Orange little mountain comes up, if you're standing right on top of it, does it do damage?
No.
So it's just there, kind of like a Trundle pillar, but smaller?
Yeah. It actually didn't even used to knock you back if it spawned on top of it. You actually used to just be inside of it because they didn't want it proccing Brittle, but it was such a weird interaction that they had to add it as a small knockback. And so it does proc Brittle now if it spawns on top of you, but they actually had to add that in. So mid lane just knows in a little bit of trouble. No binding for Daydream means he's probably going to be able to get out fine.
Orange still controlling this top lane. I'm surprised Sion's kept up in CS with how these trades have been going.
Yeah, Space Hamster's in a lot of trouble. He's going to get caught up, but a lot of damage coming in from Copycat on to that Morgue. Now Ziggs trying to help out with some more shots, but double kill for Big Daddy Ducks. So they're going to be able to find some more advantages back and forth. Just know, again, not quite having the same impact still. Does have himself a kill, which will be pretty nice.
They do have that Wombo combo I didn't think about with the J4 ult followed by the Ziggs ult.
Yeah, they can do the alley-oop. I've always wanted to see a J4, a Ziggs, and a Poppy on one team, where the Poppy ults people, or no, the J4 ults somebody, the Poppy ults the rest of the team back into the J4 ult, and then the Ziggs follows it up, where it's just like the ultimate like three-pointer alley-oop kind of thing.
How hard would it be for Poppy to aim them directly?
That would be nearly impossible.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
No, you could have a Jarvan Galio top and a Ziggs mid.
Yeah. That would be possible. That would be pretty fun. Hopeless, though, is going to try going on to just no, getting a lot of healing off of that mantra'd up tether, as it does apply a good amount of healing there. Daddy Duck's going to come in for a gank. Not going to get anything. They're playing a lot of pressure here, which I think is really good for them, trying to make sure that Just No doesn't get too far ahead and just let the rest of the map kind of win for them.
For sure, Galaxy is looking a little better here in the early game compared to last game.
Yeah.
The Olaf has, after a slow early game, been doing
Olaf
pretty well.
is going to be running away, though. It was a really strong undertow, actually. Is he actually going to step back in? I don't know about that. Like, you don't have your Flash or your Ragnarok anymore. He should be falling down just barely as the Comet doesn't go far enough. He able to walk out of there. That is... oof. It's...
Little bit of a questionable play there.
No, all chat worth.
By Olaf. All chat worth.
He forced out Ziggs ult.
Yeah, good job. Good job to Olaf then. I'm sure that's exactly what he had in mind during that whole interaction.
The guy got to make sure Ziggs doesn't have ult for this next fight. Bot lane, though, Masterfire is taking a pretty big chunk from the Swain.
You know, Kiora did the math for him real quick, and told him that Ziggs ult will not kill him.
It's like, hey man, I made a spreadsheet. I think if this, and this happen, you'll make it out of this tribush just fine. They chose to take that bet, and it paid off. Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Sion is going straight for this Righteous Glory. Could actually see him winning trades if he went for something like an early Abyssal Mask or Adaptive Helm, which would also be pretty useful for him in the long run. That being said, he's not losing so terribly in trades that like he needs it, because he's still up in CS and hasn't been pushed out to the point where it's really threatening. So he's doing fine with his current state.
CSing pretty well considering he's been on his tower a lot of this game. Yep.
Yeah, Swain, though, is going to get hit up by the binding. Takes a little bit of damage, but another binding actually lands back onto the Zyra. So trying to turn this around. No Black Shield. Is Kira going to be able to get it off? He doesn't have the stopwatch, so he falls down. And another kill coming up for Daydream, potentially. But Olaf has made his way down here as well. So Masterfire going to trade his life for that other kill. And Space Hamster actually ended up picking it up.
Unfortunately for Galaxy, 2 kills on Varus is a lot better than a kill on Olaf.
Yeah. Certainly so.
The Varus can start getting stronger. Already has the Blade of the Ruined King built. And tier 2 boots.
Yeah, he's pretty strong at this point. About even in item breakpoints with the Swain. Swain being at 4 stacks of his Rod of Ages already, so definitely at a pretty good curve for himself.
Olaf was able to pick up solo the first dragon of the game, Ocean, for Galaxy. That is one more dragon than they had in game 1.
Considering they had none, yeah. That is how that's going to be. Cav Crusader able to dodge away from the Silent, still having his ult and flash if he needs it, but the Cataclysm is going to come out, able to get the Searing Charge to break the wall. He's playing that pretty well, but a little bit of a deep dive from Copycat, going to force him to flash away. Here comes the headbutt onto the Forge God, though, as Big Daddy Duck's going to go 4-0.
4-0 on the Olaf.
Yeah, having a much better game this time than he did last game, where it was a little troublesome for him to get anything done. Always here to kind of counter wherever Copycat is and just put a lot of pressure on the map.
He's definitely done very well so far. Also has about a 3 camp CS lead on Copycat as well.
Yeah, Olaf farming traditionally very well as a champion. Taking full advantage of that while still being able to out-gank as well, I think is kind of the biggest thing here.
Definitely. Olaf's definitely a strong early game champion.
DJ, I don't know what you're flaming me for. Orin headbutts that Forge God back. Nice binding On to the Swain. Not going to do too much. Hopeless is getting pretty low. I feel like this Ziggs could be a little bit more liberal. Not liberal. Or is it liberal? Yeah, liberal with his ults. Right? He just kind of gives them out for free.
It just doesn't seem as
Yeah, wow, that's a
comfortable.
really early teleport coming out from the Ornn. He's going to try and get here. Doesn't have his ult, though, to get anything done, as they're going to be able to stop that approach with the Stranglethorns now. Looking for potential re-engage, but Sion perfectly happy to take that lane all by himself up top for the time being. Here comes the call of the Forge God, though. Is now Master Fire and the support getting pretty low. Cataclysm onto the Swain. Not going to do a whole lot. It's Just No trying to run away from this Olaf. I think he might be able to make it out. All he needs to do is get one more hit off. He does get the shutdown gold, but bot lane tower presumably going to go over to Galaxy here. Just No barely making it out. Or, yeah, Just No barely making it out. And Copycat also barely making it out from the bot lane.
Not quite sure Olaf should have chased past 2 towers for that.
Probably not.
Ziggs.
Probably not. Especially since he's going, like, full defense. He doesn't have any damage to actually get anything done there. And they did nerf Olaf's non-damage builds pretty heavily. So maybe a little bit of an overreach.
Yeah, going full damage Olaf is pretty fun.
It is. I enjoy it.
Hitting someone with E for half their health is a good time. Not as good as this burger is gonna be after I'm done casting, though.
Yeah, you know what? You should outdo Just No and stream you cooking those burgers.
I'm just putting some chopped meat on the barbecue.
Hey, dude, you gotta play that up, all right? Just be like, look, this is the finest ground beef I could buy from Walmart.
Hey, it was actually from Publix.
I don't know what that
Most
is.
people here probably don't even know what Publix is.
No clue what that is. Daydream's getting crazy low. Here comes the Ziggs ult. Is it gonna be enough? Oh my god, he finds the snipe. Very hard to walk out of that ult. Very hard to miss that ult.
I could sprinkle some salt out of my hand
Real fancy, like go a little Salt Bay on them. Actually, you got to do like a under the leg like salt sprinkle. You
My
like
arms aren't long enough.
you lift your leg up. You're standing on one leg, kind of jumping on one. While you pull that up. Oh, satchel charge barely didn't come in time to hit that Herald out of Olaf's hands. We'll have to defend this pretty well. It's going to be a little difficult because it is a very low tower. One charge might be enough to take it. It's going to end up with about 300 health, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like it is
239.
not the tower.
Yep, it's pretty low. Not quite there
But
yet,
that'll
though.
go down. It'll go down shortly. It'll be the second tower for Galaxy. Olympic still yet to find their first.
Yeah. It's definitely hard. You'd think with the Ziggs they might be able to, but the Karma Pick doing wonders for shutting down the Ziggs wave clear, and the constant pressure from the Olaf as well, making it set. Even if he does get wave control, he's got to respect that gank potential coming out from this very fed Olaf.
The Ziggs did sneak that 3-0 in there.
He's getting there. He got the snipe. I don't remember where he got his first kill. Oh yeah, it was the the J4 gank or J4 dive in the river, and then he got Olaf shutdown gold, and then he just sniped Daydream a little while ago. So
That's why, because he's never on the map when he gets the kills.
Yeah, it just
About
he's off screen. He just snipes someone from a mile away. It's like, oh. This kind of happens. Hopeless though doing a lot of damage on this Karma. Constantly doing half health of pretty much everybody.
Ornn has increased its CS lead a little bit there on the Scion, but they're still pretty even.
Yeah, it's nothing too
Galaxy.
big, but oh, Copycat's going to go in trying to get something done, but the binding's going to catch him up. Kind of a little repeat of what was happening in the last game where maybe we probably shouldn't have gone for that. Now mid lane is in a lot of trouble as a flash in from Kiora. Barely going to miss the binding, but too much pressure here means they could probably push this up. Never mind, Ziggs did show up, so too much wave clear.
Oh, Galaxy was able to secure their second dragon of the game. You have a mountain ending ocean to work with.
Two more dragons than they had last game. Always feels good. But yeah, I mean, the game's kind of just rolling. Galaxy do have a lot of strength behind them, a lot of pick potential. I think the later this game goes, the less in their favor it will be, especially because it'll be very hard for them to siege up once this Ziggs gets going.
Definitely, and Varus will eventually start popping off with damage.
Yeah. Yeah, the scary thing about Ziggs is that, I mean, he can wave clear 2 waves at once, right? His ult late game has a low enough cooldown, you can toss it to clear bot wave while still clearing out mid. Which makes it very difficult, but Kiora is still going to find some more damage on the Copycat. Copycat is going full damage, which is a little worrisome for the side of Olympic, only going to have 1 tank for themselves. With how much...
I guess what
Go ahead.
Galaxy's going to have to do is not siege, just kill everybody and then take the towers.
That is kind of the ideal situation. They kind of want to get in a spot where the waves are on their side of the map, and Olympic has to kind of step up to go for him, and then they can get a really good combo off with the Ornn and the Olaf and the Karma.
Swain sits in the back line with his ult.
Yep. And it's going to be, again, a bit of a slow roller. Because J4 is going damage, I think that's going to be the hardest thing here. There's no good targets for him to just pop in any of these fights, because Hopeless is going to be able to get some good shields off. Kiora is pretty tanky, so maybe his best bet there would be Morg, but even then, she's going to get to a point where it's hard to just one-shot her. Even as a full damage J4, they're going to be giving up this tower finally.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
That increases Galaxy's gold lead to almost 3,000.
Yeah, definitely getting a good lead. Looking like they want to get a little bit more pressure here. Splitting up the map, I think, in a pretty decent way. Having Olaf go off to the side lane. Going to draw someone down there while still giving them engaged potential in the mid lane if they want to try and make a fight happen. Also, I think the Swain might be a sleeper broken pick for Kiora, because it's like one of the only picks he can actually full-on frontline with and still do pretty decent. Zyra's going to go down, traded over for Daydream, though. So now they're trying to come back in with this Liquid Heal. I'm looking for a way in. Going to see if he can get there with the Unstoppable Onslaught. Flashes away. Hopeless does. Now Kiora is looking to turn this back around. Finds a nice never move. No mana on just no means. He's going to get caught up by that Bellow's Breath. Now J4, again, full damage. Not going to be able to tank anything here. Master Fire, runaway. Vision of the Empire into never move. Going to land. And Kiora is going to go very, very, very far into this enemy base.
Very nice.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, Kiora's doing well on Swain.
Yeah, I mean, Kiora and Daddy Ducks are both stepping up big time this game. Absolutely popping off right now.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
There's an in here. This is where they don't need... Oh.
I don't know why they didn't stick around for that. I mean, Zyra was up, and they were kind of low, but...
Varus and Ziggs were still down for more than long enough to take it.
Yeah. I think they definitely could have done that. Even with Cyan behind them, I don't think they should have been that scared of that situation. And this is exactly what Galaxy needed to do this game with this comp. Comp definitely would have struggled in the late game with no consistent range damage like from an 80 carry. So having the Swain being this fed, having Olaf being this far ahead and able to actually tank up and be a big nuisance, it's going to be very helpful for them as they try to close this one out.
Definitely, but they definitely are in the driver's seat this one. They should be playing around Baron now, looking to take that, because that'll definitely help their potential at sieging.
Yeah. It also looks like Copycat is kind of going back on his decision to go full damage, as he is buying another Ruby Crystal. and he did get a chain vest. The ruby crystal could be for like a black cleaver, which is probably what it will be, but or not the chain vest, cloth armor. But yeah, still going kind of for that slightly more defense right now, as he's recognizing he's not getting anything done.
No, yeah, he can't. A lot of J4s can jumping and insta kill a squishy, but not really very many people that are that squishy on Galaxy. Not with the shields and everything they have going for them.
Yeah, I mean, there's no good target, right? Karma's just gonna get a huge shield when she does her mantra E. Kiora's very tanky because he's got 2 health items, right? Going for the Rylai's is a little unorthodox on Swain, but he's still tanky enough, and they've got enough damage and enough of a lead that it doesn't quite matter. And look at that lockdown as Liam's going really low, but a nice alley-oop from the J4 and the Ziggs. Gonna get a double kill, instantly popping the bot lane for Galaxy. We are kind of at that point now. Ziggs does have a couple of items.
That's where, if Swing had a Zonia's or stopwatch, that would have been totally different.
Yeah. Not only is the Rylai's a little unorthodox on Swain, so is the Ludens. You typically see a stopwatch into a Zonia's, and then you know, something like either a Leandri's or a Morello's, because you really want that health. So going for this full burst is probably not going to pay off in the long run.
And a pause. We love pauses here at 3-0 eSports. Especially my team.
Oh, yeah. There's 2 ways. Sorry. So there's 2 ways to tell if it's a 3-0 eSports game. There's either a Garen in the top lane or there's a pause. Right? If it meets one of those, it's officially a game. If there isn't one of those, it's not a game.
Oh, wait. So my games were 3-0 eSports.
Your games were 3-0 eSports certified. Because there were pauses.
Both games.
Yes.
Both?
Yep.
That's how we do it here. That is how we do it. Alright. So with that double kill by Ziggs, that brings Olympic a little back in it, but I definitely still think Galaxy's in the driver's seat. I think Swing needs to get a stopwatch.
Yeah.
And he'll be okay in that situation. The Ziggs ult will never hurt him again.
Yeah. It would be very hard. They'd have to kind of chain their CC really, really well. I think another thing worth noting is I don't really think the Moby boots on the Zyra is paying off. Didn't get any early roams off, and not having that pen now is going to make the damage numbers definitely drop a bit.
Mm-hmm. You have a Cloud Drake up and Baron for teams to focus on. Probably more so the Baron.
Yeah.
But if you can grab the Drake uncontested, why not?
Yeah, I mean, don't give up Baron pressure for the Drake for sure, but I actually think that Cloud Drake would be very good for Galaxy here because, you know, with the Karma and Olaf both being very movement speed reliant characters, same with Swain, that would be really helpful for them in the long run. Kiora's CS numbers definitely faltering right now. Copycat gonna be in a little bit of trouble there, but game is unpaused luckily, so should get rolling here.
Both teams looking for mid pressure right now because that helps with either objective on either side. Mid pressure is always good.
Yeah, it's kind of the starting point for any kind of real map pressure is having good mid priority. Side lane priority is always useful because that can force you across the map, but mid priority definitely the first step there. Looks like Copycat just Kiora did that completely blind. He's surprised by that too. And with Copycat being dead, they can actually look for Baron potentially. Now Space Hamster needs to start running as well. Call the Forge God coming in. How much can he get done? Absolutely nothing. As he's going to get burst down there. And Galaxy with full control of the Dragon Pit. Going to start trying to escalate this game.
Yeah, they can't split up like that. You can't go for vision by yourself.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't know where the enemy team is.
And Copycat kind of having the same issue this game that oh, that was close. Same issue this game that Ducks had last game, where you're just trying to go for these dragons that you have absolutely no right to try to go for. And that time was a little unfortunate that Kiora just happened to guess he was in that bush.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
All right. But yeah, I mean, Galaxy in full control now. 4,500 gold ahead. Again, it feels like they should be a little bit farther ahead than they are, but still.
Olympics tried to come back and do it a couple times. Picked up some gold with mostly kills on Ziggs.
Yeah, and they do have the Ziggs for dealing with this Baron. Even though it is Baron, he does have some of the best wave clear, so should be able to deal with the minions just fine.
And Ziggs does have 2,000 more gold than Karma.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit of farm, quite a bit of kills. Copycat, though, gonna get caught up and killed there again, not respecting vision or where his own teammates are. So he's gonna fall down. Now the rest of Galaxy pushing in. They've got Ornn in the bot side with TP if they need. They're just gonna be able to siege up here. Oh my god, that Ziggs damage. Not going to be able to find the kill onto Daydream, though, but now able to possibly turn it around onto Swain. Still no Zanyas for him, but here comes the TP from Ornn. Liquid Helium in the backside, burning down real low, but a kill comes out for Kiora. They're able to find the first one, make it a third one. Liquid Helium trying to get something done in the backside, but not enough damage from his passive. As Ornn with the double kill. Gonna put Galaxy pushing up on a inhib, potentially. And after this, they can definitely just move mid. There's no tower there to stop them. They just need to be careful because Copycat is here. Look for the Cataclysm. Finds it onto one, but the shields, the heals, as he had absolutely no chance.
No.
Oof. Well,
he can't. Those shields were huge.
Yeah, I mean, Karma's shield is pretty big, especially when you're going full AP, and she has that Athene's, which means when she heals somebody or puts a shield on them, it's going to give them a massive heal from that. But Galaxy are looking to try and end this game. They just aren't able to find any health bars yet. Our Olympic, but Mouse of Fire is in here. Nice ultimate from the Ziggs as well. Are they going to be able to finish off the Nexus? It's just Kappa. I don't think he's able to get it, even with the Bella's Breath. He's going to go down. And a triple kill for just no...
What a save.
Gonna save the game for now.
But their base is broken wide open here.
Yeah. The biggest silver lining right now is that they didn't lose that second inhib. So they've still got only one inhib down. No Baron left either, means not as much pushing potential, but Copycat's going to have to watch his position very closely from now on.
Definitely. He's been picked off a lot this game. I mean, you can see 6 deaths on him. The same on Zyra. Ziggs and Sion playing pretty safe. Only 1 death each. Yeah, but Jarvan's definitely got to play a little safer here.
Yeah. Because he's kind of the catalyst for their fights. They can kind of get stuff done with just the Ziggs, but definitely if they have that J4, they'll be able to get a lot more done because all that AoE damage is going to be locked up in one spot.
He did build into that Black Cleaver.
Yeah.
By the way.
Now
probably going to go tank now.
Yeah, he's building a Dead Man's now.
Or Dead Man's, yeah. That's
what the most likely scenario is. The problem with this is he's building armor right now when actually almost all the damage is magic damage coming out from Galaxy. Which is like really a little frustrating to see the itemization from Olympic in this scenario, right? Aranduin's against literally, there's no crit. right? That item is the anti-crit item. Much Health Thornmail is the anti-healing item, right? There's no crit. Random Winds is absolutely worthless right now. The Righteous Glory is okay, but Sion really needed some early AP, MR, and definitely so did J4, so...
100%. Swain's just doing so much damage to their team right now. And Olaf's not really doing... He's really the only AD they have, and he's not doing that much.
Yeah, I mean,
he's just kind of there to distract them.
He got a Black Cleaver, and good God, there goes a Zyra, huh? Full burst
Instantly.
paying off, but I mean... When the itemization on the enemy team isn't necessarily correct, it definitely opens up that kind of itemization for just one-shot Swain builds.
Ludin Deco and the Leandrid, yeah.
Yeah.
They were able to take that second inhib now mid.
Yep, they got that. They're going to be able to start pushing up on bot lane after they go for this Mountain Drake, I assume?
Mm-hmm. Help them... It'll help them siege. Mountain Drakes are good for this team since they don't siege well. It'll help them get those towers a little faster.
Yeah.
They haven't really had to siege much, like I said earlier. They just
they
just kill everybody, then
yeah. Is it really sieging if the enemy team is already dead? It's like walking into an empty castle. No one's there to pour the oil on top of you as you're breaking down the door.
Yes. To pour the oil. Yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, that's actually like an old tactic, because you'd get burning hot oil, and they would pour that over the people that are sieging down on the door.
Never heard of it. I only know about the thing where they pour the wax on people and then put feathers on them.
Well, they definitely don't do that in a siege. That would be quite the thing to see in a siege. Just pouring hot wax and then just dropping. They're holding pillows, just shaking them. Feathers are falling everywhere. It's like, oh no!
They're turning them into chickens.
Yeah,
that's definitely a thing. It's called something. I just can't remember what.
Yeah, I'm not sure honestly. But Galaxy's still playing the slow game. Not going to try and force anything too much until they get this Baron for themselves. And really not a whole lot of a chance for a contest from Olympic unless they can get a nice snipe from the Ziggs ult, but it's going to have to be very well-timed. Sion's find his way in there, presumably just to get vision as the whole fight's actually turned around. Ziggs ult already been used to try and disengage here, but Karma might be going down. Masterfire all by himself doing quite a lot of work, actually starting to 1v3 this whole fight. He's popping off as he gets a double kill for himself. Now the rest of the team is still here. Kiora going to be going down next, and Olympic have complete control of this Baron pit.
How did Masterfire just stand there in one spot and free fire on 3 people who were all attacking him and take no damage?
I mean, the one that should have been doing damage to him is Carmen. I don't know if she just burned her spells elsewhere and had nothing to try and pick up Masterfire, but at that point, Kappa and Dux, they're mostly full tank besides a Black Cleaver, so they're not going to be able to outdamage this Blade of the Rune King, Gwinsu's Rageblade Varus. And, I mean, yeah, he just gets to sit there and literally auto-attack for free. And they're going to be able to pick up a Baron for themselves, still in a rough spot.
Yeah, they probably won't be able to do anything with that Baron unless they win another team fight.
Yeah, and it's definitely also a little sad because they did lose that inhib again. It still had a super minion in its wave, so it was able to take that tower or that inhib quite quick, meaning their base still in a rough situation, but this is about as good as Olympic can hope at this stage of the game, being almost even in gold now.
Well, I did not expect this. I'm gonna go off topic for 1 second.
Go ahead.
I searched wax and feather torture
Okay.
on Google,
Sure.
and every single link that came up is a porn website.
Fantastic.
That was not on purpose. There was...
All right. Back to the game. Galaxy trying to siege up bot again. Ziggs very fed. He's at max items. Can one-shot these waves.
Oh, I meant adult entertainment.
Adult entertainment. Thank you.
Sorry.
It's like Futurama, right?
Yeah, that was really weird. Okay.
But yeah. Varus
Galaxy
sitting on his Infinity Edge now too.
Yeah, Varus doing work, but Galaxy really wants to siege this last inhib turret, and they're gonna get some pressure off because Varus has to go answer the mid and top wave of super minions.
Yeah, Olympic are pretty lucky at the timing of these waves crashing in because there is not a wave for about another 10 seconds for Galaxy. They're going to try and get off a fight, though, as Liquid Helium Bernie super low does not have anything to save himself, but in the backside already, Kiora's going down. Capra Crusader's going to be next. That is 4 dead on Galaxy, and it was way too easy for Olympic to pick up that fight as they're going to get the triple kill on the Masterfire, finding the ace, and at this point, I think we've hit the point where Olympic is outscaled.
I agree. Ziggs ult in that fight did so much damage to 3 members of Galaxy. It was insane.
Yeah.
Brought them all down to like from almost full health to 20%.
Yeah, and
And
it's...
then they need to stay away from each other if they want to win the next fight.
It's hard to do that when sieging up, and then again, finally J4 having a little bit of health, able to actually get in and start locking people down, finish people off. And yeah, I mean, towers now starting to fall in the favor of Olympic. Elder Drake spawning in 25, and I don't know if they can really burn it down before Galaxy get there. Definitely not, but potentially able to make a good play around there.
Yeah, Ziggs ult already. All the ultimates are already back up for both teams.
Yeah, a little troublesome that Olympic just recalled with that Elder spawning up in 2 seconds, because that literally just gives a free Elder over to Galaxy with 4 Dragons. That's going to basically put Olympic back on the back foot. They're trying to rush up in time with Galaxy actually not even starting up, so maybe able to get something done here, but they do need to move Liquid Heliums over here as soon as possible. But I think Space Hammer Boo's just straight up going to die. Vision of the Empire doing like 800 damage there.
Nobody even had to get close to him to kill him.
Yeah, not at all. Luckily for Olympic, Space Hamster hardly the one hard carrying these fights, but with Olaf's not here. Olaf is going for the back door, actually, meaning if Galaxy try and take this fight, Sion just teleported as well. This could actually be huge, as now Olympic are trying to recall, and I don't think they're going to be able to get there in time because Galaxy are trying to stop these recalls. Called the Forge God is coming out, and this is actually freaking insane as Olaf, he's on the Nexus. Nobody's going to be able to recall, and Galaxy got the back door of the split.
Wow. That was, well, unexpected to say the least. They baited the Elder fight and sent the jungler away.
That was ridiculous.
Whoever made that call is the MVP of this game. I'm not even kidding. I want to find out who made that call. That's who I'm giving MVP to.
All right, let's go and take a quick look at damage. Almost 70,000 damage from the Ziggs. Sadly, he didn't win, despite doing that much. 12-1-8, really good job. But back to the people that did win the game. Their damage is so low, but they still managed to take the game because they had such a command lead so early on. Oh man, let's go to look at their damage tanked. 50,000 damage taken from the Swain. Actually took the most damage on his entire team. I think my 2 candidates for MVP this game are both Kiora and Daddy Ducks. I would favor Ducks just a little bit because I think he built really well and got a really good early advantages for his team, while Kiora did have a little bit of a bizarre build, and not having that Zanya's definitely hindered them in the mid game for so long. But I don't know. What's your input on that?
Yeah, I can agree with Olaf. I think he was definitely a big reason that their early game went so well. Between being mid and bot helping out, picking up kills, I think he did really good there. I mean, I think Kura did very good too. Kira said the call was a team
Team
call, so I'm gonna call that a cop out. Never a team call.
Well, it was definitely an interesting one and makes this set all the more interesting as well. I'm going to try and get this next game rolling as fast as possible because we are going to go very late into the
So we're
day.
giving it to Ducks thing, yeah?